Breaking news: Ethiopia and Russia solidify nuclear power plan. Good evening. We interrupt our regular programming for a major announcement with profound implications for East Africa's energy future. Today, a landmark agreement was solidified between Ethiopia and the Russian State Atomic Energy Corporation, Rosatom, marking a decisive move toward the construction of Ethiopia's first nuclear power plant. This comes as Ethiopia accelerates its industrial and energy diversification ambitions. The nuclear agreement and its scale. Showing Ethiopian and Russian flags, then a Rosatom logo and a modern nuclear power plant concept, ***. In a significant diplomatic event on the sidelines of the Global Atomic Forum in Moscow, Russia and Ethiopia formally signed an action plan to advance the nuclear power project. The document was exchanged between Rosatom's CEO Alexei Likachev and Ethiopian officials, in the presence of Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. This is the most concrete step yet following the initial intergovernmental agreement signed back in 2017. The plan is for a full-scale nuclear power plant, likely involving 2 reactor units. Capacity: Ethiopia has previously projected a capacity of around 1,200 megawatts from the nuclear energy program, a massive addition to the national grid. The country aims for the first units to be operational between 2032 and 2034, positioning nuclear power as a long-term, stable energy source to complement its extensive hydropower projects. The Prime Minister himself has described the scale of this project as being equal to the GERD, Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, in significance. Ethiopian officials stressed that the shift to nuclear is vital for energy security, reducing reliance on hydropower susceptible to climate variability and supporting the nation's rapid industrialization drive. Uranium discovery and reserves. Visual animated map of Ethiopia, highlighting the Harar/Dire Dawa region, transition to images of geological survey work/mineral samples. A natural question accompanying any nuclear program is the source of the fuel. While Ethiopia has stated its commitment to all international standards, including safety and non-proliferation, the country has also confirmed domestic uranium occurrences. According to the Geological Survey of Ethiopia, GSE, uranium deposits were identified following extensive surveys in the eastern region of the country. The most notable deposits are found in areas around Harar, Kursa, Babel, Jarawa, Midaga, and Fatis. These are all Wardas districts, in the eastern part of the country, specifically the Dire Dawa, Hararg area. Mineral type: the occurrences include radioactive minerals like uranite and pitchblende, often found in pegmatite veins and some Cretaceous/Jurassic sandstones. Reserves status: crucially, while the presence of the mineral is confirmed, the exact scale of economically viable reserves is not yet publicly quantified. Geologists have confirmed the presence of the mineral but note that the samples require further, costly testing to determine commercial viability. At this stage, it is unknown if Ethiopia will use its own uranium or import fuel, which is a common practice even for countries with domestic reserves. This domestic exploration underscores the long-term vision to build a comprehensive, sovereign nuclear energy cycle. Estimated plant location and next steps: visual, blueprint graphic of a nuclear science and technology center, split screen with footage of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed speaking, ***. While no single, final site for the commercial power plant has been officially announced, the immediate next step involves establishing crucial foundational infrastructure. Plant location: the precise location of the commercial nuclear power plant remains undetermined as a final selection. Site assessment and feasibility studies are core components of the newly signed action plan. Nuclear plants require sites with stable geology, access to large volumes of cooling water, and proximity to the main power grid, criteria that will be rigorously assessed by Rosatom and Ethiopian Electric Power, EEP. The Nuclear Science and Technology Center, NSTC. The immediate focus is on constructing the Nuclear Science and Technology Center. This will include a research reactor, laboratories for nuclear science application in health, like cancer therapy, and agriculture, like improved seed production, This center is crucial for training the necessary local personnel and building the regulatory capacity required by international bodies like the IAEA. Its construction is projected to take 5 to 7 years. The next steps outlined in the action plan are clear. 1. Detailed construction plan and roadmap. Rosatom and EEP will now work to create a comprehensive technical and economic blueprint. 2. Feasibility study. This 3. Human capacity building ***, immediate and ongoing staff training for plant operations and regulatory oversight. 4. Intergovernmental agreement ***, finalizing the definitive legal agreement between the two nations to commence full-scale construction. Global context and conclusion. Visual, final graphic with Ethiopia Nuclear Ambitions headline, anchor wrap-up. This Ethiopian-Russian nuclear partnership is part of a broader trend of African nations turning to nuclear energy for reliable baseload power. Egypt, for example, is already constructing its first nuclear plant with Rosatom. For Ethiopia, which has demonstrated massive ambition with the GERD, this nuclear program is framed not just as an energy project, but as a strategic national endeavor, a move toward industrialization, scientific advancement, and technological sovereignty. The coming years will see intense focus on the technical, financial, and environmental aspects of this historic infrastructure project. A major turning point indeed for Ethiopia's power landscape. We will continue to follow this story as the detailed plans are released. That concludes our special breaking news coverage. We return you now to, includes the critical site selection, environmental impact assessments, and financial modeling. Goodbye.